Hey guys, what's up? It's Axris here. Today I'm going to bring you a ranked match commentary. I'm going to go play a game in a minute. And first I just want to show you guys the battle group that I'm using. Just playing some Shadow Peaks. It's just a mixed meta, good stuff battle group really. So I've got 2 Cyclonic Feshes, 2 Cyclop Hurlers, a Dirge Mogulord, Club the Devourer, Lance Admiral Skin, 2 Peaks Dows, 2 Peaks Doombringers, a Shalaxi, Slag Overmind, 2 Infernals, a Jester, Voile Stormflyer, Alacrity, 2 Avalanches, Lightning Storm, Vertical Push, Cleansing Emerald, Rock Trap, 2 Thunderhead Totems, a Tribal Post, an Earthshaker's Bracelet, a Slaver's Whip, and a Spike. Spike is obviously just for club. So basically this battle group it's I generally like to rush quite a lot with this battle group, mainly with Peak Stars, because Peak Stars are great font contesters. They jump in, Glorious Leap and everything. Initiative 2 helps them get into the fight fast, and then just back them up with Peaks Doombringers and Charge Heal and all that good stuff. Some other worthy includes in your Peaks meta, in your just kind of mixed meta battle group, say if you don't have a Shalaxi or maybe you don't have 2 Peaks Doombringers. What's her name? Fesh Caller Micah, she's pretty good, she's pretty useful. I was thinking about swapping in a second Void Jester. These things are just great, they're great support runes. They can lock down Nora Genuine because they have I take the upgrade ability Backlash on them, which is very good in the current meta game because there's a lot of KF going around, which is, there's a lot of beast battle groups going around, so you've got those Sky Shear Pegasus with Nora Shield and, the Vashals with their Vashal thingy that gives Nora Shield onto other beasts and stuff. So, it can be quite useful to have Backlash in a battle group. So, and it also has Divert, Paralytic Feedback, and Deflect. And good thing about having him there is I like to equip him with, say, a Slaver's Whip, and then combine him with a Cyclops Hurler for a, create Chasm Domination Cliff combination or whatever, or just to drive stuff and whatnot. I'm going to make one quick alteration to the battle group. I'm going to switch out an Earthshaker's Bracelet. It's far too situational for me, and quite lately I've been coming up against a lot of really annoying equips. So I'm going to go ahead and switch in a Diamond Mace here just to have that on-demand shatter when I need it. Because my battle group doesn't have any shatter, which is probably the only real weakness in the battle group, I would say. So equipment, come on, what's going on here? Factions, Shadow Peaks. Alright, my internet is apparently a bit slow or something, or maybe it's just running. This thing's running quite kind of slow because I'm recording it. I don't know, but we'll go ahead and do this ASAP. Pox has actually been a little bit laggy for me lately. I don't know why. Just kind of the manager has been a bit slow trying to add and take out runes and stuff, and the trader's actually been a little bit slow as well. So come on. Today I'm just gonna pause the recording until this gets done. Okay, so as you can see there, sorry about that delay, I've added in a Diamond Mace. That's my shadow taken care of. Void Infernals have detection, so that's my detection taken care of. So battle group's pretty much ready to go from here. So I'm going to go ahead and try and jump into a game if I can. PM from Misty, I just need to reply to him real quick. I'll check and say. Oh fuck no, I'll just ignore him for now. He's asking me about a trade or something. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and jump into a game. There's a couple of limited players on, not too many. Hopefully Novask will be in the queue or something like that. Otherwise, I just kind of want to show you guys the battle group anyway. I'm not necessarily looking for a real competitive game right now. I noticed that Tanya and Taylor were actually playing the game there, so there's probably a couple of good people watching that one. Alright, so we'll go ahead. Hopefully we'll get a game pretty quickly. I'll just pause the recording for a second till I get a game, because there's no point really, sitting here for a while, because God only knows how long we'll be. Okay, so we've actually got a game here now. Let's see who it's against. It's against a newbie. I feel a little bit bad. If he asks me for a friendly quit, I'll give him the friendly quit, no problem. If he asks for it, if not, we'll just play the game out, and I'll just show you guys how this battle group plays, because that's the main reason. I just want to show you guys. Mainly my guild members asked me to just do kind of a little tutorial video on how my battle group plays, and my thought processes, and other stuff like that. So yeah, hopefully this guy will be quick. Man, I'm playing up a little. Yeah, just a bit. Just a bit. Yeah, alright, so alright, see, I like players like this, you know, a lot of Jesus Christ. A lot of low ranked players, you know, generally get a little bit pissed off, you know, when they get ranked against higher match players, which, you know, it's fair enough, you know, if you're, well, like, what is this guy, if you're rank 325 rare league, you should not be playing rank 5 limited league. But, you know, when I started off, you know, that was a great way to learn how to play, was to, you know, play better players, and that's how you grow. Alright, so we started off with Slag Overmind, and he actually takes the Illusion of Lives upgrade on his Slag Overmind, which is pretty interesting, since that kind of got nerfed, where you can't take AP off with the Hyenian Head Shrinker. People kind of stopped taking the Illusion of Lives on the Slag Overmind and started running Weakened Spells. That's what I've run. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see that he's done that. So we'll just go ahead and Shrine Scribe, because all we've got is so far as our champions is Club, and he's a little bit slow, but he's the only champ we got, so I have to deploy him here now. Yeah, it's more advertising. Yes, good for the game. Alright, so hopefully this guy will play pretty quickly. I was going to ask him to play quickly, but I won't rush him. Alright, so he's also... Alright, that's just his Illusion of Lives kicking in there. He's got Club out. So I'm going to go ahead and Crushing Charge just to get up as many spaces as I can, save my my AP. Alright, Shrine Scry again. Got my Vol Infernal, that's pretty nice. Alright, so we're going okay so far. This map generally tends to be a little bit campy, you know, it's not quite as easy to rush because, you know, we've got the whole middle fonts, middle fucking obstacles in the way going on, and it's a 4-font map. So it generally tends to be a little more laid back in terms of, you know, neither player really wants to advance until they've got about 4, 5, 6 champs out on the field. So, you know, it'll probably be a little bit slow getting into it, but, you know, it could be interesting. Mirror matches are always, you know, pretty fun, because you typically know what each other's going to have, and then it's a lot easier to prepare against what you're going to face, you know what I mean? So let's just see what he's going to do here. I'm just going to ask him to quicken up. Alright, so he's gone ahead and deployed a Cyclonic Fesh. I've got 2 of those in my battle groups as well, as you saw. He's running the same upgrades on me, Lightning Blast and Regeneration. I'm actually going to switch out Lightning Blast after this game to grant Electricity Aura, because, you know, Lightning Blast is a little bit situational. Grant Electricity Aura is useful for counter Perseverance and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and switch that out. Switch that after this game. I actually meant to do it beforehand and just forgot. So that's what I'm going to do. He also deployed his Void Jester that turn. He's taken Cackle over Backlash. I take Backlash, he takes Cackle. Cackle's not a bad upgrade either. You know, personal preferences at the end of the day. Alright, so he's got a Cyclonic Fesh out, so I'm going to need some range of my own. I'm going to go ahead and deploy a Cyclops Hurler, which will also be useful, you know, if he wants to come out and just spam my illusions at me, you know, if he wants to just, you know, send them randomly to my font just to contest. Stone Bomb will be useful for killing more than one of them at a time. And I'm also going to go ahead and deploy my Voil in... No, actually, I'm going to go with Dirge out this side, because Dirge has evasive 3, so, you know, he can handle the Cyclonic Fesh pretty easily. And, you know, in 2 turns I might be able to get a Font Contest going on, and it'll be good stuff. That's nice when we say he's going to do his best to play quickly, so hopefully he does. Yeah, that's kind of the only downside of Pox. You know, games tend to be a little bit long. It's kind of, like, no one really wants to sit down and watch a Pox video for 20 minutes. So, but just for the base of this video, what I might do in future, if people like watching my videos, I might play the game and then do a post narration, you know, speed up the bits where, you know, people are just sitting there trying to decide what to do, or, you know, the first few minutes of the game. I might just speed it up and just, you know, do a bit of video editing and then commentate over it afterwards, just analysing the key plays, what my thought processes were and stuff like that. I might do that in the future, we'll see how it goes. Alright, so right now he's got out his Slag. He's kind of advanced up here because, you know, he can relocate ally and then potentially really do some damage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to advance a little bit with Club here. I'm going to put Divert up on my Cyclops Hurler, and I'm going to bring him forward. Hopefully he will just kind of bait him into relocating, maybe try hit me with a Barrage first of all with a Cyclonic Fesh, and then, you know, I'll get the Divert off. Excuse me. And that would be nice. Let's advance a little bit over this side. And I'm going to go ahead and drop my my war banner this turn just to get the health boost and damage boost. Why not? Because I didn't have enough to deploy another champ that turn anyway. It's always good to get those out. I do also have my rock trap up, you know, if I want to try and contest his font or whatever. He'll probably just come at my dirge with the illusion dirge just to slow me down, force me to waste AP and whatnot while he caps his font with the jester. And that's probably what he's going to do. I can get my font next turn with club, so it should be okay. The battle group, the important thing to know when you're playing Shadow Peaks is the faction bonus, you know, how much you're going to get refunded. That way, say you have an 80 Nora champ, the refund on that is 10 Nora. So you're going to know that, say in a situation where I had like 138 Nora, no, say 130 Nora, 120 Nora. Yeah, okay, so say 120 Nora. And I needed a champ out, but I also wanted to use an avalanche as a kill. You know, you need to know that you know, if I drop my Vol Stormfly, I'm going to get that 10 Nora refund or whatever, and then have enough to avalanche as well. So you know, it's pretty important to know your refunds. And yeah, like I said, he's pretty much just coming at me with the illusions up here, just trying to slow me down. That's fine. It's not a problem. He decided to back off with his cyclonic fesh, I guess, assuming that I did have the divert up. I'm a little bit tempted to go ahead and contest the font this turn, but you know, it's probably not a good idea. You know, he does have Mind of Bora and whatnot, so probably not the best of ideas. I'm just going to go ahead and take my font this turn. He does have paralytic feedback, so probably not a good idea to hit him with my Cyclops Hurler. And his overcharged golem also has paralytic feedback, so it's never good. I'm just going to go ahead and break these illusions just because they're going to annoy me otherwise. And I don't really want them slowing me down. Alright, okay, that's that done. We'll just advance because, you know, I do have divert up for 2 more turns. So if he wants to go ahead and use it on me next turn, that'll be fine. Just get some damage off on him here, and I'll go ahead and deploy. You know, I have enough melee out. I'm going to go ahead and deploy my Doombringer this turn. Probably should have deployed that before killing off the illusions. That way I would have got more AP, I'm pretty sure. But you know, whatever. Hindsight is 20/20, as they say. Alright, so we've both got our fonts. Nothing too major going down really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He can barrage me this turn. He could, you know, try and relocate ally, power attack me, do some shenanigans like that. But ultimately, I don't think he can kill me this turn unless he maybe, well, he possibly could if he had a Thunderhead Totem and he was smart enough to take the deflect off first. But you know, it'll be pretty close. I don't think he's going to do that. And it does seem pretty content to just keep stalling me with my own illusions. You know, it's fine if he wants to do that, no problem. His Jester is deflect up, so I don't really want to go attack that with Dirge next turn. If he doesn't deploy this turn, I mean, he's going to deploy, he's going to have enough Nora, that's the thing with 2 fonts. What's he going to do here? Hopefully he goes straight for the barrage, I'll get to divert, but it's only going to kill the Doombringer anyway. You know, it's a little bit unfortunate. No, he's smart enough to just go ahead and attack me once first, and now he can barrage me for some pretty hefty damage, actually. But I do have my Doombringer behind me. I can just charge heal next turn, so it's not a huge deal. Hopefully I can work something out this turn. Alright. Might be, if it depending what he deploys this turn, it might be worth my time. He's probably gonna mind out for it, yeah. Might be worth my time to contest this turn. I'll see, you know, it depends what he deploys. If he doesn't deploy anything, it'd probably be safe enough for me to contest. Okay, deploy the lightning elemental. You know, Dirge does have evasive 3, quite substantial health, and blocks. So, you know, contesting it's a reasonably safe option this turn. I'm just trying to decide whether or not I should do so. Go ahead and advance anyway. 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'll just charge heal because don't want to lose my Cyclops earlier just yet. Basically, I'm going to retreat a little bit there just to make sure I'm out of range of his. Just so I can't get double attacked. Although I do have a lightning rod on, so tricky situations. All right, we'll just go ahead. We'll just stay here. It's fine for now. I'm just going to go ahead and make a threat at his font up here, just to take the emphasis away from the battle on this side. I feel make him come after me. I'm gonna scry. I'm gonna see if I can get my. No, didn't get it. Okay, never mind. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and deploy Shalaxi this turn. Put my deflect up. 36. Okay, he can double attack me. It's not gonna kill him. Yeah, okay, I'm okay. I'm fine for this turn. Should be reasonably safe. May as well go ahead and attack just to get my charges up. Why not? Just make sure I go out of range of getting double attacked. 7, 9, 2. 1, 2. No, you know what? I feel safe enough here. I'll just stay there because even if he wants to double hit me, it's just gonna go on to my hurler anyway. So this way I get a little bit more extra damage off. So this guy, you know, he's playing pretty well so far. He hasn't made any major mistakes or anything like that, so it'll be interesting to see how things progress. You know, he's playing obviously a cheaper version. Of Shadow Peaks. It seems to be primarily electric. You know, he does have the overcharged golems, the lightning elemental. So he is playing primarily electric by the looks of things. Damn, I should have moved back one space. I miscounted there, but not a huge deal. I was just gonna go like, oh, lightning rod within 5 spaces. 1, 2. I guess that's not 5 spaces away. Okay. Well, he still can't kill me, so I should be fine. Next turn, I should actually be able to kill that lightning elemental off next turn. So that'll be that'll be good. And then I can contest either his top font or the middle font there, and he just deployed another jester. You know, that'll tell you how good these guys are. You know, it probably would be worth me putting in a second one instead of maybe my Void Stormflyer, because I find I don't use him a lot. You know, primarily my my melee, whatever you want to say, my melee champs or my Peaks Dows. They do a lot of my melee action. And Club obviously there, he's great for tanking hits. Throw a spike on him. I'm not sure what he's doing with his Slag Overmind here. A lightning storm. Did he manage to? 8. Alright, that's a good move on his part. I am gonna die just from shocked. I don't know if he calculated that or if he got a bit lucky, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm still gonna go ahead and try and kill off this lightning elemental if I can. I'm definitely gonna kill the Slag Overmind anyway. So we'll just go ahead and do this. Battle drum. Bam. And he didn't bother doing anything up here, so he did leave me his top font basically. But so much math to do. Sorry, X. Yeah, no worries, man. It's perfectly fine. No, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna kill off this thing because the illusions are gonna be a bit of a pain. Sleep 3. You've got me go. We'll do it like this. Well, chance there, you just put divert up. Yeah, but I still get the thing, so it's fine. So my Eternal Storm will be enough to deal with that. 1, 2. I'm just going to go ahead and put a trap there in case someone's trying to contest my font. 1, 2, just to take his deflect off. Where is he sleep? He heals from that, does he? No, he doesn't. It's fine. Hold the line. 1, 2, go ahead. Defensive strike. And go ahead and take his font up here. Alright. Okay, not in a particularly good situation, but at the same time, not in a particularly bad situation just yet. I did manage to get a slag. My Doombringer should be pretty safe this turn. He could probably kill him off, maybe. I don't know. I feel like I'm in a pretty decent situation right now. My Peaks Down is fine, full health. My club is full health. You know, once his fesh goes down, I don't see myself having much of a problem. You can contest me up here with his Void Jester, but ultimately my Dirge is gonna win. So, you know. Okay, he didn't bother going for my font. That's fine. Made a smart move. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way this game's going. Obviously, there's a lot to think about in this battle group. You got to do a lot of deflects factoring in, you know, and diverts and stuff. So you know, you gotta think your moves through. Which what he's saying, he did have a lot of maths to do, and worked out well for me. Did manage to kill off my hurler, so that was actually a pretty good move on his part. Unfortunately, he was a little bit silly to advance his Ooze King, but I guess he needed to do that in order to get off that lightning storm to make sure my hurler did die. But you know, it's never a good idea to kill a champ if it's going to cost you a champ. You know, good move there, contest me with his jester. I'm gonna have to deal with that next turn. Again, he's just coming at me with the peak stab, but you know, it's fine. The Eternal Storm takes care of illusions. So I'm pretty happy with the way it's going right now. He didn't bother coming up to contest top fun. You know, that's fine. That's the way he wants to play. That's the way he wants to play. I gotta figure out how to kill something this turn. Okay. 1, 2. All right. I'm just gonna go ahead and contest. No reason not to contest. Drop my spike. And I'm gonna heal myself up here. 1, 2, 3, because I do obviously need to be healthy. Go ahead and come down here with Dirge. 5, 6, 7. Like I said, I'll be able to hold this font pretty much fine with Clubs of Air, Scale Armor, Impenetrable, Tough 3. You know, I'm fine. He's going to be able to sit there all day. Cyclonic Fesh, a little bit of a problem, not overly huge. I'm just going to come back here and try to deal with the font situation we have going on at the moment. Just going to go ahead and attack his banner just to get my my Eternal Storm charges going. Yeah, 7, 8, 1. Just going to go ahead and doom his lightning elemental just in case, you know, it turns out to be a bit of a pain to try and deal with. You know, no reason not to use my doom because he's no champs out that I really need to doom, so that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up my peaks down just to get up some reinforcements pretty quick, and yeah, that's that. Fine. And I'm gonna, anything else I need to do? Don't think so. Alright, I'm definitely gonna lose my my Doombringer this turn. You know, it's not a huge deal. My font is I have I have 2 fonts to none at the moment. I have both the side fonts, so either way I'll be doing fine Nora wise. So as long as I keep him contested from here on out, shouldn't be a big deal. He went after my club there, a little bit questionable. But I guess he'll just be able to kill off my Doom with his Cyclonic Fesh anyways, and then Aura from this will be enough to finish me off. So I mean, he got some damage off my club, I guess. Block is still up, just wondering in case he came after me with his overcharged golem. But I mean, 3 defense, tough 3, and scale armor. You know, club is an absolute tank. He's just so good. There's no real reason not to use one, basically. So, alright, 2 Jesters. You know, the thing about Jesters, you need to know when to deploy them. He really needs to get out combat champs, because, you know, I was advancing with my combat champs, so, you know, it's a little bit silly to just deploy support champs, but, you know, that was the decision he made, and it's not really working out for him right now. Okay, he went after Dirge. That was a little bit silly. You know, that's what happens, I guess, when you play the low rankers. But you know, this guy, you know, he played pretty okay at the start. Maybe he's probably a bit newer than me, so I mean, you know, you can't really judge the guy. Again, he came after me there. Obviously, I have block up. I guess he's just kind of accepting the inevitable at this stage that he has lost the game. But you know, respect to him anyway for sticking it out. You know. I'm just going to go ahead and take out the Cyclonic Fesh this turn, just because it's a bit of a pain. Dirge can just hit him, then hit him again. And Club can just do that. And finish him off with Club, not a big deal. All is good. Just go ahead and Glorious Leap. I absolutely love peak styles, okay, but the only problem I have with them is that once you've used Hold the Line, you can't use you can't lose Glorious Leap, which is a bit dumb in my opinion, but you know, it's whatever. Well, we had deflected, but I didn't think it was actually up that turn. Go ahead and Glorious Leap again. I know it doesn't stack, but no reason not to, eh? Alright, and hit him there, pick up the globe, Shine Sky. I'll just go ahead and deploy lands. Probably should have deployed them at the start of my turn if I'm being over particular, just to get the motivate boost, do a little bit extra more damage, but you know, it doesn't really matter at this point. So, the game's pretty much wrapped up in my opinion, to be honest. But you know, we'll stick it out till the end anyway. Alright, 3 damage, and the aura will kill me. That's a little bit unfortunate there, but you know, the game's won at this stage. My battle group, you know, it is pretty much just meta. Thunderhead totems are really good for just in general. 14 damage skewers, you know, nothing to complain about there. I probably will drop the Stormflyer, throw in another Jester. Don't use Stormflyer enough. And speaking of Thunderhead totems, because when you're paralyzed, you know, you can't block or anything, so he can do a power attack here all he likes. You know, it paralyzes, and wow, fuck, 32 damage. That was a nice move on his part. I forgot this thing had paralytic strike, double damage to paralyzed champions. So that was actually a pretty nice turn for him. But you know, it's only delaying the inevitable. Divert is up next turn. Oh, the great thing actually as well about these fucking things is Restraining Aura, you know, it puts the extra 3 turn cooldown on abilities. So, you know, that's very useful. Not sure why he bothered moving away. He could have got an extra 6 damage on my peak style there, but whatever. Not going to worry about it right now. This gesture over here is pretty much done. We've got Lance coming down here like a tank to fuck shit up. So it's basically just finishing out the game from here. He deployed another Cyclonic Fesh, didn't even notice that. Oh no, did he deploy a Cyclonic Fesh? Yeah, he must have done, not sure how it got 2 AP though. So we'll just go right ahead and finish off the thing here. The lightning elemental, there we go, that's what I was trying to say. Bang. Paralytic feedback, no paralytic feedback, he's dead. Okay, put my deflect up, so even if his deflect is, that's the interesting mechanics with deflects, you know, if he deflects the first one, then this one deflects it back, so it's always good to try to get the first attack off, that way they take the damage and you burn their deflects. As you can see, which is happening right now. So that's 14 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Out of my mind. 1, 2, 3. I'll just go ahead and kill him just to get my font back. Why not? You know, just to get that extra Nora gen coming up again. Sim dead. Anything else I need to do? Not especially. I'll just go ahead and deploy my Doombringer just to approach this Cyclonic Fesh from the bottom. 7. He's gonna be able to. He's gonna be able to hit me pretty hard actually with that. This turn he can barrage me too. But yeah, it doesn't really matter at this point in the game. Like I've said. Yeah, look, just no way to deal club. Yeah, he's a monster. You see, the great thing about him is because he has impenetrable, so I mean, usually when you put an equip on a champ, you know, they can anti-equip him or whatever, but not with the club. So it makes him really tough to take down, you know, and with the SP Nora refund, he ends up being a great investment. So he's probably going to do a decent chunk of damage to me this turn. But, you know, I'm still alive. I took, what, 2-3 hits off the Cyclonic Fesh. I took a totem. I took double damage from an overcharged golem, and I was already hurt previously, and I still have 16 health, you know, so club, absolute monstrosity. One of the better heroes, actually, in my opinion. I think he's better than, you know, Talgar. Well, he's better than all the lesser heroes, Talgar, Trackernark, stuff like that. He's probably better than you and really too. Actually, he's one of my favorites. Club. You know, I've only been playing this battle group for about 3 days maybe, and you know, I've only lost twice. I've lost 3 times with it. Twice with the Tiny, and to be perfectly honest, he absolutely draw raped me on both occasions, and I did beat him with this battle group after in one of those occasions, and I also lost to Nidhogg, which is a bit more due down to my own crappy play, to be honest. Alright. Divert's probably up, actually. No, it's not. Okay, so we can go ahead and we can just kill off it. We'll just wrap up the game. Really, the guy is done. You know, he gave us the... Oh, nice rock trap, bro. I'm gonna die from knockback. Oh, very nice. Very, very nice rock trap there. We'll give him that one. Cleanse the armor low, no big deal. But he did manage to get rid of my club. Fair play to him. He didn't give up, you know. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Nothing else we can really do this turn. Go ahead. Oh, I don't really want to get double tapped by the Fesh. So I'll go ahead and just put a rock trap here just in case he wants to try and contest the font. Move back one more space and all should be good. Let's go ahead and deploy Jester. No reason not to. So we should be able to wrap this game up in the next 3 turns. So I think you kind of got how the battle group works really. You know, generally advance with Peaks Dows, support with Doombringers. You know, the Doombringers can heal, and you know they have the passive Eternal Storm damage. So you know it's pretty good to run up behind with your stuff with them. I might play a couple more games this battle group. You know, see how it goes. Whatever you guys want. You know, guildmates, guys from raid. If you want me to use any, I have every rule in the game, so if there's any battle groups you guys want advice on, how to play, you know, important things to put in battle groups, just let me know. You can hit me up in the comment section below if you like, or you can just message me on the raid forums, or you can just message me in-game on the PoxNora client. And, you know, I'll play any battle groups you guys want, and it'll be pretty good. This guy saying, yeah, he knew the rock trap was there. Good game, friend. So fair play to this guy, you know, he stuck out till pretty late in the game, put up a decent bit of a challenge, you know, for his rank, and you know, usually lower rank players can get a bit abusive when you play against them. So that was it for this game, guys. The guy there is just unfortunately more losses than wins, so it's perhaps not the most competitive game. I'll try to get a better one for you guys next time. Tiny's on. Might go ahead and try again another game now. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Any questions about my battle group, any suggestions, what you'd like me to play, let me know. And I'll do my best to accommodate you guys. So that's it for me for this time. Go ahead and like the video if you liked it. Don't forget to leave a comment if you enjoyed it, saying what you'd like me to do next time or whatever. And I hope you enjoyed. See you guys next time. Peace.